which I don't think is a solution, but I'll make another video about that in time, because I think blockchain is a fugazi. I don't think it's real. And if you look at what Elon Musk has done with his tweets, he's proven to me, and I hope to some people in the world, that Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, Ethereum, and all these other currencies are not as transparent and independent and stable as people claim that they are. So the banks have to bow down to the South African Reserve Bank. South African Reserve Bank bows down to the Central Bank of London, which has built the template for central banks around the world. Central Bank of London, I'd like to think, is the biggest central bank, or the most respected central bank in the world. It was founded by, amongst others, one of the kids of the Rothschilds. Big headquarters are in Switzerland, but no one really talks about that because those are conspiracy theories. You had the father Rothschild, who had 5 sons, spread his 5 sons across Europe, and they set up banks. And the most important one became the Central Bank of London, which set the template for central banks across the world, including South Africa. If you're a bank, you have to bow to the South African Reserve Bank. That means you can't do whatever you want. Additionally, if you're offering loans, you have to abide to the National Credit Regulator, the NCR. The NCR tells you what you can loan out, at what rate, at what fee, based on what criteria. There's something called reckless lending. That's when you're giving someone too much money than they can afford, or you're giving them money even though their risk profile is very high. And when those people can't pay you back, the person that can't pay you back can go to the NCR and say, look, I don't know why these people gave me money, and you can get in trouble, and you can get your NCR license revoked. Similarly, you can get your banking license revoked if you don't abide by the South African Reserve Bank's guidelines. What does this mean? This means that any new black bank will not operate much differently from any white bank. Whatever criteria that white banks use, the black bank will have to use as well. Otherwise, they will have their banking license revoked. They will have their NCR loaning license revoked. That's why I do not believe that black banks are the solution for black people. If black people want to play in the economy, they need to start taking their money and buying from black stores. The Pakistanis today keep most of their resources in their spaza shops. Every time their spaza shop gets full, they then open another spaza shop. Every time it gets full, they open another one. They don't majorly bank their money. They don't leave cash lying around. They invest their resources in their stock, and they grow from there. If black people want to build, they need to buy from black businesses. Those black businesses need to buy from black suppliers. Those black suppliers need to buy from black farmers or black manufacturers. And that's how black people will then gain a chunk of the economy. Indians are doing it in South Africa. The Chinese are doing it in South Africa. Afrikaans people have been doing it in South Africa. The Jewish people are doing it in South Africa. Black people are struggling, and they think their solution is voting ANC, voting EFF, or building a black bank. Those are not the solutions. And until black people unlock their minds, until they get a psychological shift in their spending patterns, until they understand the cash flow and the money system and the banking models of this world, they will not make it. You will get a black bank. It will be owned by some of the big BEE guys that are out there today. It will operate just like any white bank. Those black people will become multimillionaires or billionaires, and the banks will still keep black people majorly out because you guys lack financial education. You don't know how to put together funding packs. You don't understand risk. You don't understand affordability. You don't bank your money. You don't audit your financial statements. You don't even create financial statements, and then you magically expect to get money. Unfortunately, the game and the system that we're in doesn't allow that. System has been built to favor certain people, people that are educated, people that understand it. And unfortunately, the people that run this system, they shift the goalposts whenever they see a certain group beginning to emerge and win. We see this in universities today. We've got a 40% black graduate unemployment problem. We were told at some point that getting a degree is what will help you get a good job. Black people went and did that. And then from there, companies shifted. Now it's not just about a degree. Now it's about experience. Now it's about who you know. Now it's about which university did you go to? Which high school did you go to? Which old boys club do you belong to? So the goalposts are constantly being shifted, and black people, unfortunately, are sleeping, and they don't understand these things. What do I suggest? Besides buying from businesses that make sense to you, buying from black businesses because you want to build a black economy, the next important thing is to set up stokvels. Find a group of people, put in 100 Rand, 500 Rand, 1,000 Rand, 5,000 Rand, 10,000 Rand a month. Accumulate money as a group. There can be 5 of you, 10 of you, 100 of you, have regular meetings, and then from there use that money to buy assets, cash generating assets. Buy an Uber, buy trucks, buy spaza shops, or buy small supermarkets, buy up a funeral parlor, buy up a little hardware store, begin building property, begin farming, buy tractors, and then use the money you make from these ventures and from these assets to grow your stokvel and then build something bigger. That's how a lot of the Afrikaans businesses were built. And then from there, try and find other like-minded stokvels and then merge with them. You've got a stokvel that's got 100,000, find another stokvel that has 50,000 or 100,000. Come together and merge your monies and merge your resources and then build from there. In time, you'll maybe have 20 stokvels that come together and raise maybe 20 million and have a whole range of assets and resources and people with skills. And that's how you then take over a chunk of the economy. That's how you play the game to win. I suggest you guys look up Professor Muhammad Yunus's Grameen Bank of Bangladesh, and then look up Sahara Pariwa in India by Subrata Roy. These are two great success stories of men who went and pulled money from poor people, took their little 1 rand, 10 rand, 20, 50 rands. They helped them to buy assets. They helped them to self-fund small businesses. And then from there, these people grew whatever they had into something respectable today. Just wanted to share my thoughts on this. And I look forward to hearing some of your thoughts as well. There's a lot of lack of education. And I hope that a lot of you guys, besides riding trends and getting emotional and getting caught up by politicians and their lies, begin reading and researching for yourself. The Ascent of Money by Neil Ferguson is a brilliant book. There's a whole lot of others as well that I just haven't listed here. Read up on Google. There's a lot of articles on banking. Investopedia is a great website to read about as well. Wikipedia's got a plethora of information